European leaders gathered in Brussels from all parts of the continent and nearly as many points of view. In the end, they agreed to move toward tighter control of banks in countries that use the euro, what is known as banking union. EU Council President Herman Van Rompuy.
The urgent element now is setting up a single supervisory mechanism to prevent banking risks and cross-border contagion from emerging. And that's why the European Council called tonight for swift progress.
But not swift enough for some who wanted a firm date for implementing the plan early next year. And some experts say even full banking union would not be enough to stop the downslide in troubled European economies and to prevent such crises in the future. Among them is Guntram Wolff, Deputy Director of the Bruegel European think tank.
The real discussion we need to have now is about not just the banking union, but also about the fiscal resources that are needed at a Eurozone level.
That means what is called fiscal union, a budget funded by euro countries to prop up troubled banks and governments as needed. And that will take still more time to negotiate. At a recent conference in Brussels, there was plenty of criticism for European leaders for not doing enough quickly enough to end the crisis. Critics like Bernadette Segol of the European Trade Union Confederation called for more growth stimulus and more concern for Europeans hit hard by the crisis.
We have to change course. The measures that have been taken until now are not working and they are very unfair. Inequalities are rising in Europe and that has to change.
Sitting next to her at the speaker's table, European Commission President José Manuel Barroso agreed that economic growth is needed, but he argued against allowing troubled countries to take on more debt to stimulate it.
There is nothing more antisocial than high levels of debt. Every euro spent on an interest of debt is an euro that is not going for public health, for education, for help to the most needy. And not only for this generation, for the future.
Although the focus at the conference and at the summit was on solving Europe's problems, Michael Hagstrom of the American Chamber of Commerce in Europe said the effort has implications for the broader world.
If we can unite Europe and take some of the blockages to the arteries away, then we're also going to be able to be more engaged in the G20 world and be more inclusive to the G20 world.
But even after years of crisis, there's much more negotiating to do before Europe can effectively address its problems, ease the burden on its people, and move to restore its role in the global economy. Pessin, VOA News, London.